In the following video, a woman named Rosanna is lying in bed when the most disturbing thing is caught on camera. Now, although she was terrified to the point of being paralyzed by fear, she tries her best to film this incident, and for good reason. Getting this on camera would be the best evidence she's had so far in trying to prove that something isn't right with her apartment. Her place is not what it seems, and it's for this reason that her children can't live with her. Things at home have gotten so bad that she fears for their safety, including her cats. In one video, Rosanna's cat does this. Rosanna's choice to keep her family away from this place is mainly due to this and many other occurrences. But as of recent, something's happened that's fully convinced her to keep not just the family away, but also herself. It's late at night when this is captured. Now Rana states that during this moment, she had seen a shadowy figure appear right behind the door. Soon after, she began to black out, as though she was intoxicated. The entirety of this incident is, without a doubt, pretty freaky. But while it still remains inconclusive on what occurred that night, Rosanna is certain that she won't be staying here for long. Until she has the funds to find another place, Rosanna will continue to own the strange apartment and presumably capture more evidence of these happenings. But, as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. A young girl is still awake, even though she should be asleep. Despite the late hour, she continues playing alone, lost in her imagination. At first, everything seems normal, but within moments, something unexpected interrupts her. According to her mother, after seeing this footage, the family has been in shock ever since. Watch closely.
Hey, can you play with me? Sure, I'll play with you. So much you'll play me out. Bling, 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 yum, doo, doo. Let's go.
After this, the mother refuses to let her daughter go anywhere near that room. In the footage, a toy suddenly lights up on its own, playing the same melody the girl had been humming earlier, as if something was responding to her. Then, without warning, she is dragged under the bed in one smooth, unnatural motion. The family is now deeply disturbed, fearing for the safety of their children. They believe something may have used the toy to lure her closer. No one knows what the girl actually saw that night, but after this, the room was locked, and for a while it stayed that way, until she returns.
I'm getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. Be this scared right now. Oh my God.
As if what happened wasn't already disturbing enough, she decides to check under the bed. That's when she finds it. A doll hidden beneath the mattress. She keeps recording, and then without warning it starts to move. At first it's barely noticeable, but if you look closely, its head slowly shifts, almost like it knows it's being watched. Terrified, the mother rushes out of the room in panic. Since then, the room has remained locked. She continues to share updates, trying to make sense of what happened. But one question still remains. What exactly dragged her child under the bed? It's a normal Friday afternoon in Apparition, Louisiana, and Dante's son stops at a service station to get some gas. Suddenly, he notices something very strange inside a parked and empty school bus across the street.
You about to go walk up to this bus? Look at that. Look at the children playing. Look at that. Let's go see. Let's go investigate. An empty bus. An empty bus.
Strange, creepy shadows of children can be seen walking through the school bus, even though the vehicle is parked and completely empty. Dante says that he walked over to the bus and even drove his truck around it, but saw no one and nothing to explain the bizarre apparitions. Dante was creeped out by the entire experience and posted his video to Facebook, where it quickly got over 2 million views. As of today, the mystery of the school bus shadows remains unexplained. This next video comes to us from the TikTok account WV Paranormal and features a piece of home security camera footage recorded on September 4th, 2024 at 3:37 in the morning. At first, the camera captures nothing more than a quiet backyard with a swimming pool. Everything appears perfectly still. Then, without warning, a strange figure emerges from the darkness and slowly makes its way toward the edge of the pool. After reaching the pool, it places what appears to be its hands on the rim and pauses for a moment, almost as if it's looking around the yard. Then, rather than turning around, the figure slowly backs away before disappearing into the darkness. The way it moves is what really stands out. Its posture and movements don't immediately resemble the way most people would normally walk, making the footage all the more unsettling. Of course, there could be a more ordinary explanation. Given the distance and the limitations of the night vision camera, it's entirely possible the figure is simply a person, or maybe even an animal, whose appearance and movements are being distorted by the image quality. Unfortunately, no follow-up was ever posted explaining what, if anything, was discovered afterward, leaving the encounter unresolved. Was this simply someone wandering into the yard in the middle of the night, or did the camera capture something far more unusual? I'll leave this one up to you to decide. In this next video, a little girl walks into her parents' bedroom late in the middle of the night. The moment her father sees the fear on her face, he immediately asks what happened. Still terrified, she quietly, almost through tears, tells him she's been hearing something outside her bedroom window. According to her, whatever it was simply wouldn't let her sleep.
Pero ¿cómo se va a escuchar risa de niño, hija? ¿Pausale esa madre, amor? ¿Pausale esa? ¿Cómo?
Sí, ¿dónde está lo de atrás? Se escucha el ruido de niños hablando.
Seeing the fear in his daughter's eyes, the father stops what he's doing and walks into her room to find out what's going on. As soon as he gets there, he asks her again what exactly she'd been hearing. That's when she gives an answer that leaves him completely speechless.
Espérate, no. ¿Dónde escuchaste la voz? Pero se escuchan voces.
¿Risas? ¿Risas?
According to her, she'd been hearing children laughing for a few seconds. The father simply tries to make sense of what she just said. It was already well past midnight. The idea of children playing outside at that hour seemed almost impossible. At first, he assumes it's nothing more than his daughter's imagination, but even so, he decides to check for himself. He slowly walks over to the window, but as soon as he pulls the curtain aside, he sees something he can't explain.
¿Dónde, hija? ¿Atrás dónde? A ver, apaga el foco, como no se mira nada. ¿Dónde, ma?
Allá.
¿Qué quieres ver, José Chuy? Ay, vete la...
¿Qué es eso?
Espérate, espérate.
¿Qué es eso?
No sé. ¿Qué verga es?
As unbelievable as it may sound, a dark figure can be seen standing outside the house. At first glance, it almost looks like someone standing in the darkness, or maybe even a stray dog wandering through the street. But once the image is zoomed in, everything becomes much stranger. The figure doesn't appear to be standing at all. It almost looks like it's floating, and at certain moments, it even seems to split into two. Unable to understand what he was looking at, the man calls his wife over to the window. The moment she sees the exact same thing, she says something that makes the situation even stranger.
¿No me agarran? No sé.
¿Qué es eso?
No sé. Vete para allá ahorita, ve, siéntate en la cama.
Mamá, ¿qué es eso?
¿Qué es eso? No mames, ¿qué pedo con la pinche cámara? ¿Sí mira?
Es que no se mira nomás en la cámara. Nomás se mira en la cámara porque sin la cámara no se mira.
A la verga, ya.
According to her, whatever that figure was, it couldn't be seen with the naked eye. It only appeared through the camera. Not knowing what they were dealing with, the couple does what just about anyone would have done in that situation. They lock every door and window in the house and decide to sleep together in the same room. For a while, they try to forget everything that happened, but it doesn't take long before curiosity gets the better of them. By around 3 in the morning, the children are finally asleep. That's when the husband wakes his wife. Together, they walk back to the window. They just wanted to find out if whatever they had seen was finally gone.
Más de madrugada. ¿Cómo se abre esta chingada? Es que no alcanzo a enfocar aquí con el celular, pero se miran como dos personas. Uy. Vete a la verga. Vete a la verga, cierra. A la verga.
Parece como si fueran dos niños, pero dos niños jugando ahorita.
¿Eh?
¿Qué te digo? Que parecía como que son dos niños, pero dos niños jugando ahorita. Ya no hay nadie. Y no hay casa ahí.
Pinche celular a la verga, cagado. Cuando uno quiere que enfoque, no enfoca, güey.
Sácalo.
A ver, me da miedo.
A ver, pues vamos.
Ahí está, ya vas aquí.
Ya no hay nada.
They're not the only ones acting like something is wrong outside. The neighborhood dogs suddenly begin reacting as well, almost as if they're sensing the exact same presence. And to the couple's horror, the figure never actually left. It's still there, completely still, repeating the exact same movements. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this was the last video the couple ever uploaded. To this day, I still haven't been able to find out how this story ended. But while researching the case, I came across one comment that immediately caught my attention. One viewer decided to enhance the image of the mysterious figure, and after taking a closer look, I have to admit, the case became even more unsettling. The figure appears to be unusually short. It doesn't have a clearly defined shape. At certain moments, it's even difficult to tell where its head would be. And on top of all that, it almost looks like it's wearing some kind of dark cloak. If that enhanced image truly represents what the couple saw that night, then this may very well be one of the strangest recordings I've ever featured on this channel. A man named Parmi Dillon from Melbourne is a musician who recently startled his followers after sharing a disturbing video recorded during a late-night drive through a remote part of Australia. Driving alone down a deserted gravel road late at night, Parmi suddenly brought his car to a stop after noticing something unusual up ahead.
Fuck this. Seen way too many fucking horror movies for this shit. Fucking hell. You're a fucking psycho, mate!
Illuminated by his headlights was a mysterious figure standing completely still in the middle of the empty road. What caught viewers' attention, however, wasn't just the figure itself. After taking a closer look at the footage, many people claimed that the figure appeared to have no head. So, why was this headless-looking figure standing motionless on a remote Australian road in the middle of the night? Was it an elaborate prank, a lost traveler, or something else entirely? What do you think the camera actually captured? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. An Uber Eats driver named Jose is working the night shift till 6 a.m., trying to raise some spare money to buy his son a PS5 for his birthday. While waiting, he records himself talking about the birthday when something unsettling is captured. Watch closely.
Ando esperando viaje, que me caiga un pasaje. Hoy voy a trabajar hasta las 6 de la mañana. El huerco cumple años en una semana. Güey, ¿sí vieron? Ay, ya me cayó viaje. ¿Qué pedo? Se me hace que fue el aire. Qué raro, nunca me había pasado eso. Se abrió muy lenta la puerta y se cerró de golpe. Bueno, sí, les decía que el huerco cumple años en una semana y me está pidiendo el ¿cómo se llama este? El Xbox, el último, el 5, el Play 5. Y está carito, la verdad sí está medio caro. Pero pues lo que pide el huerco. Ya saben cómo son los hijos, hay que darles lo que quieren también en un día importante como pues lo de su cumpleaños, ¿no? ¿Saben cómo me siento? Siento como una sensación, una vibra extraña. No sé si han sentido así como cuando están en un lugar que dicen, ya me quiero ir. Alerta, ya vete de aquí. O cuando estás con alguien que dices, me tengo que quitar de esta persona porque va a pasar algo. Así siento ahorita. Y no por lo de la ventana. O sea, sí estuvo raro, pero como que tengo esa... No sé, como que esa sensación ahorita. Ojalá y no sea una señal de que ya mejor me vaya a mi casa. Porque como estoy trabajando de noche, pues hay muchos accidentes y todo. Pero bueno, trataré de no pensar en eso. Les decía que sí, ahorita el Play 5 ya está bien caro. O sea, la neta, está súper caro todo eso. Y tengo que chingarle, tengo que trabajar pues ahora sí que duro, ¿eh? Gracias. ¿Escucharon? Güey, dijeron gracias y la puerta se abrió y se cerró sola. Ah, chinga. A lo mejor ella llevaba pasaje. Con razón me sentía bien extraño, güey. Se los juro que justo ahorita en esos momentos, como que me sentí un poco libre, como liberado. Ay, güey, no haya sido que me llevé a un ser de otro mundo o algo. Ay, la puerta está cerrada. No mames, tiene el seguro la puerta. Ay, no, ¿saben qué? Mejor yo ya me voy a descansar.
The passenger seat suddenly opens slowly by itself and then quickly slams shut as if someone got inside. Then he mentions feeling uneasy, and shortly after, the door opens once more and a voice is heard saying, "Thank you."
Gracias.
Before the door slams shut again, unable to explain what just happened, he looks back to make sure he isn't seeing things and confirms the door is locked. Jose believes he may have just given a ride to a ghost. Well, there, you be the judge. A woman runs a small daycare inside her quiet suburban home. It's just a normal day. Kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems completely fine until something starts to feel off. Suddenly, a young boy runs out of one of the rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider rushes over, asking what's wrong, but he can't even speak. Too terrified, all he does is point toward the open door. Hesitating for a moment, she decides to check it herself.
Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
Maybe it was just
While she's inside the room investigating, a heavy playhouse suddenly tips over onto its side. The crash startles her and confuses the children, but this is where it gets really unsettling. Did you notice it? Viewers later pointed out that above the door, 2 small hands can be seen reaching down. They appear to be about the size of a child's hands, and they pull back and disappear just as the boy runs out of the room. The woman who posted the video said she didn't notice them at all until someone mentioned it in the comments.
The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video, you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that. So firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. So that's just something I wanted to point out.
The woman also says she has no idea how the playhouse could have just tipped over like that. But it gets even more unsettling as the daycare provider's daughter explains what caused the boy to run out of the room.
And the reason that the little boy was screaming is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors.
A few days pass, and while checking the CCTV recordings, the daughter notices something odd. While watching the CCTV, the child gate suddenly opens on its own. She heads in to check, but what she finds catches her off guard.
Holy shit. That's fucking creepy. Do it again. Like, yeah, okay. Do it again. I'll wait. Do it again. Open the gate.
She continues filming the gate, trying to make it open again, as if something nearby is listening. That's when something shifts under the fabric covering the vanity. It's subtle, almost like a finger pressing up from underneath. She notices it immediately and runs. After this, she and her mother become convinced the small vanity was behind everything. They eventually sell it online to someone who wanted it because it could be haunted. But was any of this real, or is there another explanation for those small hands seen reaching down from above? What do you think? This next video was uploaded to YouTube back in July of 2009 and was reportedly filmed in BM Para, Brazil. According to the uploader, he was home alone with nothing to do. So, he began taking a few photos around the house before eventually deciding to record some video instead. While walking through one of the bedrooms, something completely unexpected happens. At around the 30-second mark, one of the cupboard doors suddenly swings open on its own, causing the uploader to panic and run from the room before ending the recording. In the description of the video, he explains that after sharing what happened, many people in his life laughed at him and refused to believe his story. Even so, he insists the incident was completely genuine. Then again, it's also possible that the entire thing was staged, with no way to independently verify what happened before the recording began. A hoax can't be completely ruled out. Whatever the truth may be, the uploader's reaction is certainly memorable and has helped keep the video circulating online for well over a decade. Was this a genuine paranormal encounter or an old-school internet hoax? I'll leave that for you to decide. Mariana Ramos says that her father was attending Christmas Mass at his local church when he decided to send her a quick video of the service. When Mariana watches the video, she sees something that gives her the chills. A pale person with no distinct features and deep, hollow eyes can be seen amongst the celebrating churchgoers. Mariana asks her father about the mysterious figure, and he too is disturbed and confused because he says he didn't see this person when he recorded the video. He asks other church members, but no one recognizes the odd stranger in the footage. But here's where things get really weird, because Mariana claims that there was one person who did recognize this figure, the church's old priest. The priest said that the person in the video was an old woman who used to work closely with the church, a woman who had died many years earlier. So, is this the woman's ghost showing up to church for Christmas Mass, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. If you like this upload and want to see more creepy videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. And let me know in the comments which clip you found the most disturbing.